There's almost nothing better than the smell of fresh waffles in the morning. Whether you buy them in California or New York, a frozen waffle almost always looks the same, with the same shape, the same texture, and the same familiar flavor: a golden, crispy exterior, and a soft, light, fluffy inside. Every year, Americans spend nearly $1 billion on frozen waffles. Hundreds of millions of waffles are produced and consumed across the United States. So what ingredients actually go into mass-produced waffles? And how do factories control the crispness, the fluffiness, and the shape of every single waffle when they're producing tens of thousands every hour? Today, we're going inside frozen waffle factories. It all began in ancient Greece, where people cooked flat cakes by pressing batter between two metal plates, heated directly over an open fire. Centuries later, the Dutch improved this design. They added long handles to prevent burns and carved deep grooves into the surface of the plates. Those grooves are what created the familiar waffle pattern we recognize today. From there, waffles gradually moved beyond handmade kitchens and opened the door to large-scale industrial production, according to recent estimates. By 2024, the global frozen waffle market reached a value of roughly $3 to $4 billion, with the United States and Europe as the two largest consumer regions. In the United States, from family breakfasts to late-night convenience meals, waffles have become a food icon, closely tied to a fast and convenient modern lifestyle. Inside industrial waffle factories, each batch requires a carefully prepared mix of many different ingredients. Water, vegetable oil, and a variety of functional additives all play a role. But the foundation of every waffle still begins with one familiar ingredient: flour. Manufacturers blend a small amount of cornstarch into the mix. A commonly used or golden ratio is 8 parts all-purpose flour to 1 part cornstarch. Cornstarch helps limit gluten formation while still maintaining the structure the waffle needs. The result is a waffle that's slightly crisp on the outside, yet soft and fluffy on the inside. Next comes egg preparation, one of the most important ingredients in industrial waffle production. Instead of cracking individual eggs like in a home kitchen, factories use liquid eggs that have already been pasteurized, commonly known as pasteurized liquid whole eggs. These eggs are pre-mixed, carefully filtered, and stored in large containers. From there, they can be pumped directly into the mixing tanks through automated dosing systems. We now return to the mixing area, where every ingredient is measured with extreme precision, according to pre-programmed formulas. At this stage, even a small deviation can noticeably change the texture of the finished waffle. The process begins by pumping water into the mixing tank, followed by vegetable oil to create a stable liquid base. Next comes the flour, along with cornstarch, functional additives, and pasteurized liquid eggs. Buttermilk is then added, followed by fresh, whole milk. All of these ingredients are blended inside large industrial mixers, where rotating paddles operate at tightly controlled speeds. In just a few minutes, the raw components are transformed into a smooth, uniform batter with an ideal viscosity of roughly 1,000 to 2,000 centipoise. Before moving on to the next stage, every parameter in this process is continuously monitored by computerized control systems. This ensures that each batch of batter meets the same quality standards, whether it's produced hours apart or on different days. Next, we enter the baking area, where the shape and signature texture of the waffle are formed. Before any batter is deposited, the entire mold system is preheated for about 5 minutes, An automated spraying system then applies an extremely thin layer of oil to both sides of the molds, preventing sticking and reducing the risk of scorching during baking. Once the molds are ready, they move on to the batter depositing station. Here, the dispensing nozzles are fully computer-controlled, ensuring that each mold receives an exact amount of batter, typically between 2 and 3 fluid ounces per waffle. The entire line is capable of producing more than 19,000 waffles per hour, all operating in perfect sync with the speed of the conveyor. Immediately after the batter is deposited, the top mold lowers down, sealing the batter inside. The molds then enter the baking zone, where heat is applied simultaneously from both sides at a temperature of around 397 degrees Fahrenheit. Under this heat, the batter begins to rise as steam escapes, forming the airy internal structure of the waffle. In just about 3 minutes, the surface turns a golden brown with a balanced level of crispness, while the inside remains soft, moist, and full of the waffle's signature aroma. At this stage, the waffles are still extremely hot, with surface temperatures reaching around 210 degrees Fahrenheit. To prevent steam from condensing and making the waffles soggy, they must be cooled quickly and evenly. The waffles move onto stacked cooling conveyors that travel at a slow, controlled pace. Continuous streams of cool air circulate around the product, allowing the heat to dissipate naturally. By the end of the cooling process, the waffle temperature drops to roughly 104 degrees Fahrenheit, cool enough to handle while still retaining the moisture inside. Once fully cooled, the waffles move on to the rapid freezing stage, commonly known as individual quick freezing, or IQF. Here, the waffles pass through a blast freezing chamber where air temperatures drop below -30 degrees Fahrenheit. This causes the moisture on the surface of each waffle to freeze almost instantly. Because the cooling happens so quickly, the ice crystals that form are extremely small, preventing damage to the waffle's internal structure. Within just a few minutes, when the core temperature reaches approximately 0 degrees Fahrenheit, the freezing process is considered complete. Throughout this stage, workers wearing protective gear continuously monitor the line, removing any waffles that fail to meet standards for shape or quality. Thanks to rapid freezing technology, frozen waffles can be stored for long periods while still preserving their texture, flavor, and the freshly baked experience when reheated. Waffles that pass inspection continue on to the automated packaging area. Here, robotic arms operate continuously, picking up each waffle and placing them neatly into trays or bags, according to pre-programmed quantities. Once packed, a moisture-resistant sealing film is applied, creating a tight seal that prevents air and moisture from entering during storage and transportation. This final step ensures the waffles maintain their shape, texture, and consistent quality all the way until they reach consumers. From a simple handmade food, waffles have evolved into a product made by industrial systems precise, down to the smallest detail. Behind every frozen waffle is a carefully controlled process involving exact formulas, precise temperatures, and perfectly timed production. So the next time you heat up a frozen waffle, remember that it's more than just a convenient breakfast. It's the result of modern food science and industrial technology. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.